Just as she's about to step on stage, she suddenly crashes into a masked man. Her pure white dress gets stepped on and stained, and right at that moment, the host calls her name. Yaoyao panics, completely frozen. Then the man calmly raises his sword and, with one swift motion, slices off the stained part of her dress. In seconds, her long gown turns into a short, stylish outfit. Not only does it fix the problem, it actually makes her look even more fashionable. That's when Yaoyao realizes it's Director Lee, the man she met before. With loud applause from the crowd, high school student Wang Qiao steps into the most dazzling moment of her life. Dressed in white, she looks absolutely stunning. When the final voting moment arrives, she exceeds expectations, standing out with her unique charm and winning third place in Miss Shanghai. From that day on, she earns the nickname Third Miss in the fashion world. But at the same time, her father gets into a car accident on his way there and collapses. Thankfully, he's found in time and survives. Wanting to take care of him, Yaoyao decides to move out of the Zhang family's house, but her mother strongly disagrees. Caught between both sides, she's left in a tough position. Whenever she faces big decisions, she always thinks of Mr. Cheng, her backup option. Even though she knows he has feelings for her, she keeps her distance, treating him coldly while keeping him as her second choice until she's sure she can escape her lower status. Strangely, Mr. Cheng seems to enjoy this push-and-pull dynamic. On their way back to the Zhang house, a slightly too intimate moment between them gets noticed by Lily's aunt. After gaining the Miss Shanghai title, problems start piling up one after another, but Yaoyao keeps pushing forward, determined to help her family. One day, she receives an invitation to attend the grand opening ceremony of a luxury department store, but behind it all is Director Lee, who arranged everything. He apologizes for their previous encounter and invites her to a candlelight dinner. It becomes clear that her gentle and elegant personality has already captured the heart of the nearly 50-year-old Director Lee. Surrounded by power and wealth, Yaoyao begins to feel drawn in. She remembers once passing by his villa and vaguely seeing him hugging another woman. Driven by curiosity, she secretly returns the next day. As she reaches the second floor, she suddenly hears footsteps. Startled, she quickly apologizes to the older woman, explaining that she came in because the door wasn't locked. Ever since moving in with the Zhang family, Yaoyao and Zhang Lily have become incredibly close. But what Lily doesn't realize is that she's been living inside a carefully built lie. Even though Yaoyao knows Lily likes Mr. Cheng, she still goes to visit him alone. Confused by this complicated situation, Mr. Cheng eventually turns to his friend for advice. Just as Yaoyao is getting swept up in his tenderness, Lily suddenly shows up at his house. Seeing how close they are, she feels a hint of jealousy, but doesn't think of it in a romantic way. Yaoyao quickly hides the photo with the love poem, and carefree Lily doesn't notice anything off. Instead, she happily suggests they all go out dancing. During the dance, Yaoyao deliberately keeps her distance from Mr. Cheng and keeps pushing him toward Lily, encouraging him to dance with her in the center of the floor. Lily is having the time of her life, smiling non-stop while poor Mr. Cheng has no idea he's just a backup in Yaoyao's heart. With tears in her eyes, she reads Mr. Cheng's heartfelt confession to Yaoyao and finally realizes the truth she's been made a fool of. Unable to handle the shock, she locks herself in her room. Mrs. Zhang has always favored Mr. Cheng and already saw him as the perfect future son-in-law. She never imagined that Yaoyao had quietly gotten close to him behind the scenes. Then the housekeeper comes forward, saying that one night, he saw Miss Wang returning with the man from the villa and even saw them embracing in the park. The revelation hits like a thunderbolt because Director Lee, and just powerful, he's also Lily's uncle. Only then does Mrs. Zhang remember the time she saw Yaoyao alone in his room. And to make things worse, Lily overhears the entire conversation. She's completely shaken. She never imagined that while being involved with Mr. Cheng, Yaoyao was also entangled with her own godfather. That night, when she returns to the Zhang mansion, she has to call out for a long time before the housekeeper finally opens the door. And at that very moment, Yaoyao can already feel it's something big about to happen. Desperate, Lily goes to Mr. Cheng's place, trying one last time to win him over, but she gets the same answer. The truth is, even Mr. Cheng can't explain what makes Yaoyao so irresistible. There's just something about her that pulls him in, and with the other man being powerful, wealthy, and effortlessly charming, even though he already senses the truth, he still avoids hearing it out loud. Instead, he asks Yaoyao directly, hoping she'd give him a clear answer. But the moment he sees tears in her eyes, everything falls apart. He instantly softens, and her perfectly timed emotions make him believe he misjudged her. Just when it feels like love might finally be real, a luxury car from director Lee pulls up outside her house. They've secretly planned to give Yaoyao a birthday surprise on Mr. Chang's birthday. In her mind, she starts picturing herself in a white wedding dress, thinking her happy ending is finally beginning. Then the moment comes. Director Lee sends someone to pick her up for the first time. Yaoyao hesitates. She's torn between two paths: marrying someone who truly loves her, or chasing the life she's always dreamed of. When her mother finds out how powerful this man is, even someone the mayor respects, she's shocked, but still pushes her daughter to go. At the same time, she warns her, don't drink, don't trust sweet talk, and never follow a man to a hotel. But by now, Yaoyao has already made her choice. As she sits in the car, she turns back to look at the narrow alley behind her, like she's saying goodbye to her past. She arrives at a luxurious private suite, but just as she's about to walk in, she pauses again. At that exact same time, it's Mr. Chang's birthday. He set everything up: flowers, candles, the perfect moment to propose. But he waits, and she never shows up. Meanwhile, Director Lee's calm, gentle words slowly pull Yaoyao in. She finds herself thinking back to their first intimate moment, standing in front of a man who's powerful, confident, and magnetic. She forgets every warning her mother gave her and follows him straight into a private apartment he prepared just for her. Later, when she gets home, she drops the bomb. She tells her parents she's moving out, but under her father's repeated questioning, the truth finally comes out. Director Lee already has a wife, but her mother sees things very differently. She refuses to let her daughter end up like her, stuck as the wife of a low-level worker her entire life. In her mind, even being with a powerful man as a mistress isn't the worst outcome, because one day, that position could turn into becoming the official wife. This creates a serious clash between her parents. Her father still firmly believes that Mr. Chang is the best and safest choice for her future. When her mother finds out that Yaoyao never actually made any promises to Mr. Chang, she feels a wave of relief. Now, her only hope is that Director Lee will eventually make her daughter his legitimate wife. And just like that, Yaoyao quietly walks away from Mr. Chang and steps into a completely different life as the caged canary kept by Director Lee. Eventually, he gathers the courage to go find her, but it's too late. The new residents tell him her entire family has already moved away. Since moving into a luxury apartment, Yaoyao doesn't even go to school anymore. Her days are now filled with shopping, dressing up, and waiting quietly at home for Director Lee to return. Not wanting her to feel bored or lonely, Director Lee often brings her along to high-profile events. But one night at a banquet, everything takes a turn. She runs straight into the Zhang sisters. They stare her down with sharp, judgmental eyes, but Yaoyao doesn't flinch. Instead, she confidently walks up and greets them first, but experience speaks louder. With just a few cutting words, Mrs. Zhang completely puts her on the spot, leaving her embarrassed and shaken. She even goes as far as comparing Yaoyao to infamous historical figures like Daji and Yang Gaifei, women known for beauty, but blamed for chaos. Even though Director Lee steps in just in time to ease the tension, this is far from over, because some conflict can't be avoided forever, and sooner or later, Yaoyao is going to have to face the Zhang sisters head-on.